Hey guys, good evening. Today let us just see how to do filtering and sorting in Excel. Okay. See, first of all, we need to see what is filtering and sorting. See, filtering and sorting is nothing but arranging the data into a proper alphabetical order, or we can say ascending to descending order from largest to smallest, or date wise, if we say, we can actually say newest to oldest. Okay. So, sorting is that, and over and above that, filtering is filtering the data whichever is only required to be used by us. Okay, that is what is actually filtering the data. First thing we'll see this is a normal data that we have in our Excel file. How to apply a filter? See, just go to the data tab here. There is a big button for filter here. So once I click on this particular filter button, you can see all the arrow marks are being displayed here. These are the filters that I will be using. Okay. And there is a shortcut to actually open these arrow marks with the keyboard also. I can either click on it, or with the keyboard I can just press Alt and down. Okay. If I press Alt and down, this menu will get open. And over and above that, if you see, there are various sorting and filtering options here. Okay. So when we have these sorting and filtering options, let us just first see the filtering options. If you see here, about after this particular divider line, we have all the filtering options. We can filter by color, filter by number. We can also filter the data individually also. Okay, and there is a search box where we can actually search whatever we want to filter. For example, I just want to see the employee ID, which is 14. Okay, if I just want to see, I can filter it out like this. Or if I want to see only 46, I can filter it out like this. Okay, so this is what is a basic filtering. If I want to clear any applied filter, I can just come here and click on this particular button here to clear all the filters in this particular column. And over and above that, if you see, I can take, if I want to apply multiple filters, I can actually take whatever filters are required for me, and after that I can press OK here, so that only those options are filtered on the screen. Okay, so I'll just clear the filter here. So these are the basic filtering options. Over and above that, we have some advanced options for filtering. For example, I have formatted the data. Okay, what does formatting the data mean? Formatting is nothing but making the data, changing the data visually, either bolding it, italic, underline, or changing the font color, font size, cell size. All these are all visual formattings. Okay. So if we have applied any kind of formatting to the data, we can also filter through colors. Okay, so when I come to this filter by color, see all the colors that I have applied here are being shown, and I can filter by colors also, cell color or the font color, whichever is apt for me. So I can just select a cell color for now. So just to filter whatever is colored in red color, or I can just filter anything that is colored in yellow color also. Okay. Over and above that, we can actually we have other advanced filtering options. Okay, first thing I'll show you, see, in all the filtering drop down options there is a advanced filter method. These are actually number filters because Excel is identifying that these are numbers. Okay, in the data management session we saw that formatting is very essential, and how useful it is to actually make the data ready to use. Correct. Since Excel is able to identify this is a number, that's why it is showing as number filter. Wherever it is getting identified as text, you can see text filters are being shown. And since it is getting identified as date filters, I mean data, date filters are being shown. Okay, so this is one of the essential things why formatting is very important in Excel, as we learned in the data management session. Okay, now let us just go ahead and use the number filters in an advanced way. Okay, now if I just go into this particular, so let me just show the filtering on the salary column, which will be much more apt here. So when I'm going into the salary column and doing number filters here, you can see there are certain basic filtering options. So equals to means whatever is exactly equal to whatever you're entering will get filtered. For example, I want to get the salary which is equal to 40,000. So only that particular filter salary will be filtered. If it is not there, you can see there is a blank being displayed on the screen. So I can apply any other filter whichever I want based on my requirement. So for example, I want 50,000 to be filtered. People who are receiving 50,000 as salary, there is only one person in the whole company. Okay. Now I can just clear the filter here. Now what I can do is I can just go to the number filter and see this does not equal to is just the opposite of what is equals to, correct? So does not equal to mean what it means that whatever is not equal to whatever I am entering, it will get filtered. So for example, if I enter 50,000, so whatever salary is not 50,000, everything else will get filtered. Correct. So this is what is a does not equal to filter. In the same way, we have other filters greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So I'll just show one or two options here because everything is very easy to use. Okay, I'll just show greater than or greater than equal to. So for example, if I show you, if suppose salary should be 50,000 or greater than that. Okay. So either 50,000 or any other salary which is greater than that will be filtered out. Okay. Greater than or equal to. And over and above that, if I want to give a between condition, see, if I want the salary certain between certain range, so what I can do is select a between here, and I can say if I want salaries which are 40,000 to 60,000, I can just filter it out using this between condition. Okay. So these are certain advanced filters on the number fields where we can apply and do it. Okay. And also if you see, there are certain filtering options which are pre-calculated filtering options. Okay. So based on the data, Excel will give top 10 filters here. For example, what it will happen is it will ask me whether I want top 10 items or top 10 percentage of items. Okay. So I can just select whatever I want, and it is just saying that these are the top 10 salaries in the whole data. Okay, this is what is one of the pre-calculated filters. So since we are defining the data type of the column very efficiently, the Excel is calculating certain things for us automatically. Okay. Over and above that, I can just filter out above average. So above average is nothing but the total of salary, average of that whole total salary, and whichever salary is more than that is actually above average. Whichever salary is less than that is below average. So if you want to see the average salary for the whole data, what you can do, you can just select the whole data like this, and if you see at the bottom of the screen, there is an average of 64,500. So whatever salary is above this average, it will get displayed when you are applying that filter, or below that salary, it will get filtered when you are applying that particular filter. Okay. So these were some of the advanced number filters. Now let us just go to the text filters. Okay. So let us just apply text filters on employee name. So for example, if I want to go here and I want to apply text filter, see all these things remaining same. Equals to means what? I have to write the exact name whichever is there in the cell. Otherwise, it will not get filtered. Even if I miss a dot also, it will not get filtered. So equals to means it should be exactly equal to. Okay. It doesn't mean because here Haley Mitchell is there, I can just type Haley here. Okay, that is not the filter. Equals to means exactly everything that needs is in the cell should be typed. Okay. Over and above that, does not equal to is the just the opposite of that. And here when text filter comes, we can actually play around with filters with certain advanced options here. So for example, I just want the names who are beginning with S. For example, I just want the names who are beginning with S. So I'm just selecting S here, typing S here, and I'm just saying okay. So all the names that are beginning with S are being filtered out. Okay. Over and above that, if I want to filter out names which are ending with S, I can just say that also, and it is still getting filtered out. Okay. So these are certain text filters which are available to us, and contains is an option in the sense that whatever we write here, it can be in between the text also. It need not be fully equal to the text. So when I say that, what it means is if I want names which have en in it, so I'm just saying whatever names contains en in it. It can be anywhere. It can be in the beginning of the name. It can be at the end of the name. It can be in the between the name also. Correct. So what I can do is I can just filter it out here and just say okay. So here if you see the names which have en in it, wherever it is possible, it's not only at the end or at the beginning, it can be anywhere in that particular name. So that is what is a contains text filter. Okay. So does not contain is just the opposite of that. Okay. Now let me just clear all these filters. See, for example, I want to use much more advanced text filters here. So I have certain options here. So I'll just go to the custom filter option. If you see in this particular option, there are two statements written at the bottom. Okay. So this use question mark to represent any single character, use asterisk to represent any series of characters. So what this means is, for example, I don't know someone's name. Okay, I know someone's name is starting from Z, and I know that their name, first name has two letters. So what I can do is I can just put two question marks here because I don't know what are the other two letters here. Okay, I have forgotten, or maybe I just want the name whosever name starts with Z and they have only three letters in their first name. Okay, so when I want that, I shouldn't say equals to, I should say begins with. Correct. So begins with Z question mark question mark. So let us just see if there is any name here like that. Huh. So if you see here, begins with Zoe. That means uh, if suppose I have to get exactly three letters in the first name, so in that case what I can do is I can just say equals to here and then say Z question mark space after the first name. What I want, I can have any number of characters, so I'll give a hashtag. So hashtag represents any number of characters that you want to represent. Question mark represents a single character, like one single letter or a word, I mean letter or a character is represented by question mark. Okay, hashtag can represent any number of characters here. So when I say this, it is saying that there is no name which has only three letters which is starting with Z. So what else do we have in this name? For example, we have uh, yeah, we have Lee, correct. So what I can do is I can just say I can just go to text filters. I can say equals to, I can say, see, the first name can be anything. After that, I need a space. And in the last name, what I want is I want three letters here. So I'll just give three question marks. So their last name should have only three characters. Only those names I want to filter it out. So I'll just say hashtag question mark, question mark, question mark. So I'll just say, okay, now if you see now Jessica Lee has only three letters in the last name here, which is Lee, Lee. Okay. So this is how we used advanced text filters, and these are very useful and essential features which you need to know. Okay. Over and above that, let us just see some date filters which we have. So coming to the date column here, when I filter out the date filters here, you can see these all are pre-calculated filters. We can apply our own custom filters also, but these all are pre-calculated filters. For example, tomorrow, today, yesterday, these are all pre-calculated filters assuming today's date. So tomorrow is based on today's date, today is based on today's date, yesterday. So all the pre-calculated filters are based assuming that today's date, taking today's date into consideration. Okay, I can say before, after, between, all these things are manual. So for example, if I want to say whoever has joined before 1st July 2020. Okay, so if I want to say this, I can just say this. This is a normal filter which we apply, correct? So nobody has joined before 2020. But when we are using a pre-calculated filter, the advantage is we can directly click and use it. So if I want to know if tomorrow's date somebody is joining, nobody is joining. If I want to know this week, next week somebody is joining, nobody is joining. I want to know if anybody is joining this week, nobody is joining. Anybody has joined last week? No. Huh. Yeah, somebody has joined last week in this particular year, and then I can just go to date filters. I can see if anybody is joining in the next month. Yes, somebody is joining in the next month. If somebody is joining in this month, yes, one person is joining. And if anyone is joining in the last month, joined in the last month, so someone has joined in the last month also. So it's not only for month. You can see there are quarters, next year, this year. So if I want to see how many people are joining this year, these are all pre-calculated things. I'm just going here, I'm clicking on this filter, and I can see these many people, 12 people are joining this year in my company. Okay. So these are what are some of the filter options, including text filter, number filter, and date filters. Okay. Now let us just go to the sorting options. What does sorting mean? See, sorting, as I already told you, it means that arranging the data into ascending to descending, or smallest to largest, newest to oldest. So for example, if I want to arrange these employee IDs from 1 to 100, what I can do is I can just say smallest to largest here. So automatically all the IDs are arranged as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until whatever number is there in an ascending order. Correct. In the same way, largest to smallest is just the descending order of the numbers. I can also arrange by name, saying A to Z or Z to A, whatever is required by me, or I can arrange actually department wise also, saying A to Z or Z to A. So you can see automatically all the employees are grouped based on the department. So sales department together, operation department together, every department together. Over and above that, I can actually sort based on joining date also. So based on date, if I want to say whoever has joined first, I want to see them first. So this is how I see that. Whoever has joined last, I want to see them last. I mean first, I can just select newest to oldest. Okay, as simple as that. So these are what are the sort options which are available. These are very basic sort options which are available. Over and above that, we can actually sort through colors also. For example, if I want the red color to be shown on top, so I'll just select the red color here, and then if I select the yellow color, now yellow color will come on top and red color will go below the yellow color. Okay, so this is how we actually sort through colors also. But there is an option to do advanced sorting also. If suppose I want to apply multiple level sortings, for example, I want to apply sorting on this column and this column, multiple columns. Okay, here I can apply sorting only on one column at a particular point of time. If I apply sorting here, this sorting will be gone. Okay, so for example, if I do this, see the sorting whichever was applied here is gone. Okay, so that in that way, if I want to apply multiple level of sorting, what I can do is I can just go to the filter option here and sort by color. And if you see, there is something called as custom sort. Okay, so when I come to this custom sort, you can see such kind of pop-up window appears where it is asking me based on what I want to sort. So if I want to sort based on the department, for example, I want to sort the employees based on the department and whoever salary is highest to lowest. Okay, so based on the department, first I will select and cell values A to Z. After that, I'll add a level here saying that I want the employees to be sorted based on their salary within that department. Okay, so smallest to largest. So no, I want whoever salary is highest to be on the top. So when I say OK here, now if you see the sorting has been applied on two columns here. You can see a small arrow mark which is pointing upward here, and this is downward here. So that particular arrow mark depicts what it is being sorted. So two columns are sorted together. I can sort any number of multiple level of columns here. So for example, if I want to say, see here, first let us just see the finance department is together. In the finance department, salary wise has been employees have been sorted, which they are saying that in this finance department, the highest salary is 75,000 and the lowest salary is 55,000. Okay. If suppose I want to do color sorting based on the advanced sorting, for example, what I want to do is if I want to do any column, I can select because all the columns have formattings applied here saying the colors are applied. So I'll select the department column here and I can say based on the cell color, I want to do the sorting. I want the red color to be on the top. I want the yellow color to be at the middle. And I can add one more level saying that department cell color should be this particular color should be on the third. Okay, after that I can actually add one more color also. See, font color is there, over and above which I can say that this particular font color should be below all these three. So these are multiple level of sorting. So what I can do is now I can say okay. Now if you see, first red color is sorted, then yellow color is sorted, then this color, and over and above that here if you see, there is a font color to these data. So these are being sorted after this data. Okay, so this is how we apply multiple levels of sorting. You can see we have applied multiple levels of sorting over and above the data. Okay, so these are some of the filtering and sorting options that we generally use, and there is a shortcut to apply the filter also. See, when I went to the data tab and I clicked on this is also one of the methods, but I can do what? I can use a shortcut saying Control Shift and L to actually apply the apply the filter here and remove the filter here. See here, the filter is being removed and being applied as and when I press Control Shift and L, a keyboard shortcut. Okay. So now if you guys are clear with this, what we can do is we can actually move to the conditional formatting part. So we have one more topic today, that is conditional formatting. Okay. See, as we already learned, formatting is any visual change you do to the data, correct? Either I can color the data, font color, bold, italic, underline, bordering, cell color, or aligning the data towards right, left, whatever visual formatting I do, or even the text font also I can change. So whatever formattings I do visually, it is actually called as a formatting in Excel. Okay. So when I say it is conditional formatting, what it means is based on certain conditions, I can allow Excel to format my data. Okay. See how useful is conditional formatting, because it actually automates your formatting. Instead of you doing it, it will do things for you. So for example, I'll just clear all the formattings that are there already. Okay, So if I want to do certain formattings here on the salary column, I'll just select the salary column first, and I'll just go to the home tab here. In the home tab, there is a something called as conditional formatting here. And in this particular conditional formatting, there are certain rules, already predefined rules. Okay. So we can use either already predefined rules, or we can actually create a new rule by ourselves also. Okay. We can apply formulas inside the conditional formatting itself. So now here I'll just go to highlight cell rules, and I'll just say if I want something to be highlighted whichever is greater than 50,000. For example, I want every salary to be highlighted whichever is greater than 50,000. Okay. So if I select this and say the formatting options, see there are certain already predefined color schemes defined here. What I can do is I can always go into custom format and select my own thing. For example, I want to do some other color. I can always choose that particular color here and just apply it on the formatting. Not only the color, I can apply the border, font, size, style, everything can be applied separately. Okay. So if I say okay now and just say wherever 50, where whichever salary is greater than, okay, let me just take 60,000 so that you can see the difference here. Whichever salary is greater than 60,000 only will be highlighted. You can say lively also, it is getting highlighted. As soon as I press OK also, it is getting highlighted. Okay. See why conditional formatting is so useful is, see right now the data is static, right? If suppose I go and change this particular data, right now this is 70,000, but I am changing it to 20,000 for example. I am changing it to 20,000 for example. So what will happen is, see, immediately the formatting is auto applied here. So the formatting is taken out because it is applying the rule saying that whatever is above 60,000 only will be highlighted. So if I add something here also, for example, right now 60,000 is not being highlighted because this is not greater than 60,000, it's equal to 60,000, correct? So what I can do is if I go and change some data here, for example, I update the salary to 2 lakh here. So what will happen here? Automatically the formatting is applied. You can see the formatting is applied. I am not doing anything. So conditional formatting is very live and static in the sense that wherever the data is getting updated, automatically the rules will apply based on whatever selection you have given in the conditional formatting. Okay. Since I have selected only this particular column up till here, the conditional formatting rules will keep on always getting applied automatically until and unless I remove it. Okay. So this is one of the very basic conditional formatting rule, which is greater than. Okay, so let us just see other rules also here. For example, I want to highlight the cells which are less than or between certain values or equal to, or text that contains. See, all these things we have seen in the filters itself. So these are nothing but just the filtering options that extra we are doing. Just we have to go inside and try to use it and see. Okay, or date occurring and all those things. But there is one more special option here called duplicate values. For example, I want to highlight, first thing is, see whatever conditional formatting is applied, I have to clear it. Otherwise, over and above this, other conditional formattings, whatever I'm applying will keep on getting applied. Okay. So I have to clear the existing rule here from the selected cell, and then I'll just go to highlight cell rules. I'll say whatever salary is being duplicated, just highlight that part. Okay. So here if you see, it is just showing these all are the salaries which are being duplicated. It is not comparing the other data. Obviously, for Robert Davis, it might be only once, but it is comparing only the salary because I have selected only the salary column. Okay. So if you want to compare the whole data, you have to select properly the whole data so that in the whole data, whatever is duplicated, it will be highlighted there. Okay. So if suppose I want to clear this formatting again, I'll just come to clear rules and clear the selected cells here, clear from the selected cells. Over and above that, there are certain top and bottom rules. See, if I want to show whatever are the top 10 items in this particular data, or see, these are all pre-calculated conditional formattings. So no need for us to do anything. All these are pre-calculated based on the data. It will calculate certain things here and it will automatically apply the formatting. So top 10 items or top 10 percentage of items of the data, bottom 10 items, bottom 10 percentage. For example, I want to just highlight above average items. So here if you see average, as we already saw, it was what, 66,000. Okay, here 66,400 is the average. So whatever salary is above that average will get highlighted. So if I change this to 2, automatically the highlighting will be gone, because see the average has changed, so all the other highlighting is also changing. So average will automatically change based on one salary also, because see the salary average, if it keeps on getting low, see the average is getting high, correct? So that is what is the concept here. So conditional formatting will automatically get updated lively based on the live data that is being updated in the sheet. Okay. Now let me just remove this particular conditional formatting also, and later on we'll just see next kind of conditional formatting here. For example, if I want to show the extent of the data that is arranged, if I want the user to get a much more graphical representation of the data, what I can do is no need for me to go and insert any chart here. I can just go to conditional formatting, data bars, and I can show certain data bars to them saying that, see, right now automatically the data bars are getting aligned because it is just identifying that 75,000 is the highest salary in this particular data. Correct. So if I want 2 lakh also, for example, I'm entering 2 lakh here. See, all the data bars will automatically change based on the data here because it is taking into account all the data that I have selected. Okay. So based on this, it is saying 2 lakh is the highest salary. So there is a full data bar being shown on the cell. And here the data bar is just 1/4 here because based on comparison with each and every data in the whole data set, it is actually applying the data bars. Okay, proportionate. So these are what are very useful for representations of the data better rather than reading out the data manually or numerically or anything else. Okay. So if I change by this back to 20,000, then all the other data bars also will change. Lively will change. Okay. So in the same way, what I can do is I have certain other conditional formattings also. For example, I can apply the color scales also. These are similar to data bars. Over and above that, I can apply the icon sets also. For example, if I apply a half moon diagram here, okay, so it is based on certain conditions, it's applying the half moon diagram to the data. If I want to customize the half moon diagram also, what I can do, I can just go to the manage rules here. Whatever conditional formattings are already applied will be shown here. I'll go into this particular conditional formatting to edit it. Right now it is saying that the full moon will be shown for 80% value and above, greater than equal to 80% value. So I can always manually change this, and all the numbers, percentile, whatever calculations are there can be customized manually. Okay, so these are what are advanced conditional formatting options that we have in Excel. Okay, so over and above this, we can actually create a new rule for ourselves itself. We can actually customly create new rules saying that if we go to conditional formatting and then we go to new rules, we can actually create new rules for ourselves here saying that we can apply a formula. For example, if I want to apply my custom formula and I want to say whatever conditional formatting I am applying here, that should be applied based on that particular formula calculation can also be done in a conditional format. Okay. So these today whatever we have seen is, see, filter, we have seen filter and sort and conditional formatting. All the formatting options in conditional formatting and all the options in filtering and sorting. And we have to see one more something called as advanced filter that we'll be seeing in a separate topic in upcoming sessions. Okay. But advanced sorting, we have seen custom sorting where we can apply multiple levels of sorting. Okay. So over and above this, if anyone has any doubts, I'll give you 5 minutes. You can always chat on live chat, and I'll ask you. I can answer your questions here lively or explain it to you. Or what we can do is we can just go ahead and end the sessions. Thank you, guys. Okay. So if nobody has any doubts, what we can do is we can go ahead and end today's session. Let's meet you on Monday. Bye, guys. See you on Monday. Bye.